Hey guys, good morning. Wanted to talk to you guys this morning about something I've been thinking about for a while, and it's something that's just been mulling over my mind. Now, it's not a new concept at all, but it's something that I think would be really good for us to know as a group together, and especially as leaders. And I want you to kind of visualize this a little bit. Take a look at this chart real quick. If you look all the way at the top, you see this chart says good people. If you look at the bottom, it says bad people. Look at the left, it says bad system, and over to the right, it says good system. You know, those are really the four components that happen in any business, any church, any organization. Is those four components can be there. They can be in different places, they can come in different ways, but they're definitely in existence in every organization. You know, I want to show you how to have success in your area of ministry. Now, you can obviously take this into your workplace. If you own your own company, you can take this into your own company. And there's a big piece to this. So I'd like you to take a look at this. First of all, what if let's give a scenario here. What if you had good people, which, you know, let's talk about Rock Point for a minute. What incredible people. We have great people in this church. I mean, I tell you what, I would put this church's people up against anybody, and we'll get a job done without a doubt. And the heart behind it, it's just amazing to me. And I know it is to you too as a leader, watching week after week, the heart of these people. They're so resilient. You know, last Sunday not having air conditioning, what a crazy thing that was. But you know what? The heart of this church is just so resilient, and I love that. We have great people. I wouldn't even call them good people. We have great people. You know, if you start there, if you have the basic belief that who you have on your team, who you have as an employee, who you have as somebody that works with you at work, or whatever the case may be, if you have that basic belief that these are great people, we've got that one made, then you begin to narrow down whenever you begin to see problems in an organization, when you begin to see problems on a team or any other thing. Take a look. If you have great people, I mean definitely good people, and you have a good system, a great way of getting things done, then you're definitely going to win in that. Look at what you get. Success. You're going to win. This is the win-win situation. But you know, that's not always the case. Sometimes I see in our church, sometimes I see on different teams. I've worked in places where we've had really good people. But if you look back over to the left, we had a bad system, and look at what that produced. Frustration, right? Now, I've worked in that, and unfortunately as a leader, I've actually led in that. And what you end up with is low morale. And it has nothing to do with whether or not you have good people. It's all about whether or not you have a good system or not. You know, if you have the belief that you have good people, but you have a bad system, then you're going to produce frustration on your team or at your workplace, as a boss, as a business owner. You know what? Maybe even as a family, if you could think it all the way through like that. Now, if you have what if you have a really good system, but you've got bad people? Well, take a look at this. Look at what you would find on there. Look at what you get. You get low results. You know, you've got a good system, but you just got people who aren't interested in this. They're not into this. It's not their heart. And because of that, you get low results. You know, sometimes that happens on a team. Maybe sometimes that happens in a ministry at church. Maybe you just have the people that's just not their heart. They don't have the heart for that. So, you know, they're the wrong people there. You've got a great system, but you've got the wrong people. And that can happen as well. But, you know, take a look at the final one there. If you've got bad people, I mean people just in the wrong place, and you've got a bad system, man, it's just not long until you're out of business. You know, the team falls apart, the business falls apart, church falls apart, or maybe the family falls apart. You know, it's such an interesting concept to take a look at it like that. As a matter of fact, you can take this diagram and you can evaluate every area of your life that you're involved in, whether you're in the leadership of it or whether you're just a part of what's going on. You know, you can determine what the problem is. You know, there are some areas around our church where, I've already told you, we've got great people. We don't have a bad people problem. We've got a great people problem, if that's even a problem. It's such a great thing to serve with people in this church. But you know, sometimes our system doesn't always work right. And isn't it so much easier to blame people than it is to step back and take a look at your system and say, maybe we're just not doing this right? You know, it's easier for us to do that because then we don't have to go back and fix something. We don't have to admit, hey man, this just doesn't work. Well, we have to do that. And we've got some areas around the church where, you know, our system's just not good. Because we've got great people. It has nothing to do with that. Just our system isn't working right. So I want to challenge you this morning as you hear some more things about how to make your ministry work. I want to challenge you to take a look at this diagram and overlay it over the area of ministry that you lead. What's the result? You getting low results? You're feeling a lot of frustration with people? Are you seeing great success? Or do you feel like, man, we're almost out of business in this? Well, very possibly you could evaluate by this diagram and it could turn the whole thing around. So I challenge you, do you need to get people whose heart is totally engaged in this? Maybe help some people find a different area of ministry? Maybe, more than likely, you need to revamp the system if you're getting low results, if you're finding frustration, or if you're almost out of business. So it's a leadership lesson I'm learning. It's something I've been thinking about and studying here recently, and I'm excited about it because it gives me some guiding lines to say, this is what we need to win. You know, we've got great people. I want a great system because that's exactly what will give us success as a church as we go forward. And that's what I want for you as a ministry leader as well, is great results, success in what you're doing. Hey, I hope you're having a great morning, and I look forward to seeing you guys whenever we get back. We'll talk to you soon.